Hi, this is Kathy English from Revelstoke Museum and Archives with another segment of our downtown walking tour. Today I wanted to talk about Campbell Avenue and why it is so wide. It's the only divided boulevard in town, and it's also in a bit of an angle too. It's not square like the other streets are. The reason for that is because there was a spur line of the Canadian Pacific Railway built from the main line, the other side of Victoria Road, all the way down here and to beyond where the parking lot is now. And then a branch of it just sort of meandered down the bank right to the riverbank, probably close to where the boat launch is now. And there was a steamboat launch there. But the upper part of the branch line went to a smelter that was built beyond where there is land now. It was built in 1891 by the Kootenay Smelting and Trading Company. And it was didn't last for very long, wasn't in operation for very long, probably only for just over a month, but it was actually cited as one of the first successful lead ore smelters in Canada. And when I said it's beyond where the land is now, it's because the land that it was on actually eroded. There was probably the equivalent of 10 city blocks land that shows up on a map of land that was granted to the Kootenay Smelting Trading Company, and that land just no longer exists. There was a lot of erosion on the riverbank. A lot of that had to do with just the fact that there was no riverbank protection in place, and there was also a creek that is now culverted underneath that bypassed, went in front of the land that the smelter was on. So, as I say, the smelter wasn't in operation for very long, and by 1898 it had completely slid into the river. That was the end of the smelter. But the spur track here lived on until the 1970s. So for years, there were coal sheds and warehouses built along the track. And it continued to be in place. It wasn't until the 1970s that the track was torn up and the current boulevard was created.